me make it very clear, I do not work for Flip Video. I do not make a commission every time one of these is sold. I know someone in the audience here does work for Flip, for Cisco. And if I did work for them, I probably would be rich. And I do love their product, and it's made my life a whole lot of fun. So when did my obsession begin? 2 Christmases ago, Dean received the Flip Video camera.
It's mine.
It's Dean's. And I thought it was fat, and it was plastic. It was a kiddie camera, is what I thought. It was. But then I took it for a spin, and I couldn't let go. And it was no longer Dean's, it became mine. In those early days, I made simple movies, and it could be about anything. How my brother lost his daughter on the ski slopes, about the egg department at Berkeley Bowl, about my favorite things to order at Sam & Son. Once I mastered the Flip software, I wanted to do fancy stuff. I wanted to add transitions, scrolling captions, sound effects, voiceover, music that faded out just at the right moment. This meant graduating to iMovie software. It's on the Mac. And it took me up a very steep learning curve. I would spend hours at the Apple store getting one-on-one tutorials. I watched videos on how to make videos. I read huge manuals like iMovie for Dummies. And this little hobby became an all-consuming obsession. And you might be thinking, how do you have time to do this? Simply put, I stopped being a mother. I was determined to become Sabrina Spielberg-Shin. And if this meant ordering takeout food for 2 months, so be it. And so the kids would come home from school, and I'd greet them with a grunt and continue my movie making. I'd order takeout instead of cooking. And when the kids were supposed to be going to sleep, I'd yell at them, "Go brush your teeth!" And sorry, no bedtime stories because I'm making a movie. And my husband would say, "When are you coming to bed?" Soon. And then it would be 3 a.m. and I would be crawling into bed. Do you know how hard it is to make a movie about Duncan? But then I felt bad. And I thought this was crazy. I started feeling like I was a horrible mother. And a horrible wife, and that I was ignoring the secretly motherly duty of making a homemade meal. What kind of mother prioritizes movie making over child rearing? I felt this horrible tug of war, and that's when I did a special meditation that my real estate coach taught me. And it's a tool, you can use this, so I'm giving you permission to use this tool. It's for people who are trying to, you have lots, like a giant to-do list, and you're trying to figure out what's your personal priority. And so, first of all, the first step is you go someplace quiet. You can even lie down in bed if you want. And you think of yourself on your deathbed. And imagine that person, your future you, is at peace and totally satisfied with their life and has a full, accomplished life. And you ask the future you to give the present you advice on what you should do. So this is what I did. I imagined myself as 100 years old, because my grandmother's 98, so I'm going to live till at least 100. And I'm surrounded by my children and grandchildren in some hospital somewhere. And I asked the older me, what should I do about this video and movie making shtick? The older me told the younger me that I must master movie making. The older me told me, the young me, that it was urgent. The old me told me, the young me, that my kids are counting on me to capture their childhood and the family's history on video. The old me told the young me that this was my calling. Needless to say, I couldn't quite believe it, and I was crying, and I had complete clarity. I had permission to continue on with this obsession. Just like Paul, who had a vision to go to Macedonia, and immediately went and he had a very strong vision. I had a very strong vision to become a video storyteller. It took me 3 very intense months to learn everything I needed, but the results have paid off. I have developed a skill and a gift that I could suddenly apply to all aspects of my life. I use video in my real estate business. I use it at my Tai Chi class, in my cooking classes, in my gardening classes, in every family gathering. And as you can see, I used video at church. This has been a very big deal for me. So 18 months ago, if I'm right, we launched our pastor search. Is that right? 18 And it became very clear to me at that time that if we want to attract the very best candidates, we would need to be compelling. I knew one of the first things a candidate would do before applying was to find out as much about us. And if you do remember our old website, it was flesh colored, and it made me depressed. I wanted a website that expressed what a vibrant, dynamic, committed, and passionate community we truly are. I believed video could help us achieve that. And thanks to Joel Smith and David Miller, Joel Smith built the site, and David Miller maintains the site, and to the rich content we collectively created, the new site does a pretty good job, I think. So lesson number 3. Don't ignore your passion or obsession. It might be the Holy Spirit calling you. This video thing was truly a case of having an idea, but not having the skills. It was like being in Galatia and having to cross 400 miles to get to ancient Macedonia. Through intense commitment and pure drive and a lot of takeout food, I went from video idiot to flip queen.